Good morning, and welcome back to 10-Minute English Cafe. It is Friday, July 17th, 2026, and we are at our usual window table.
Good morning. I'm glad we got this spot before work. My coffee is safely away from my laptop.
That small comfort explains why this corner fills up quickly in the morning.
Absolutely. Give me a cold drink, a steady table, and a charger outlet, and I will return.
Details like those decide whether someone walks past or wants to come inside.
That sounds connected to today's stories. Why did you choose these three?
Each offers a different invitation. A former store gets a tenant, familiar cookies become donuts, and outdoor theater offers flexible admission. Those are three very different visits. What makes them belong together? Each gives a concrete reason to come: useful space, a known flavor, or a performance where visitors choose what they pay.
That makes sense. I can picture checking hours, opening a food app, or saving a play date.
First, Bob's Discount Furniture is scheduled to hold its Vestal grand opening today in a former Joann's space.
I like seeing an empty storefront become useful. Blank windows can make a whole shopping center feel quiet.
Then, Krispy Kreme has 3 Girl Scout cookie-inspired donuts for a limited time while supplies last. I would check the app before leaving home. I do not want to meet an empty donut tray. Finally, the Lakeside Shakespeare Festival is scheduled for 8 outdoor performances from July 23rd through August 1st. That sounds like a real evening plan. I would bring a chair, a picnic, and 1 sweater too many. If you're new here, we turn global news into natural, everyday English conversation without textbook pressure. 10 minutes a day gives you a friendly space for listening and shadowing practice. Please subscribe to practice with us every day. Today's keyword is draw people in. I like that phrase. It feels active, like something gives you a reason to look closer. Exactly. To draw people in means to attract attention or make people want to enter, join, watch, or learn more. A steady table draws me in. A wobbly one makes me guard my coffee with both hands. Fair. Our first story is in Vestal, where Bob's Discount Furniture is scheduled to hold a grand opening today.
Opening day makes me curious. I want to see what happened behind the covered windows.
I understand. The 34,500 square foot store is in Parkway Plaza and uses a former Joann's space.
I would open my phone notes immediately. Without room measurements, every sofa looks possible.
That is smart. Furniture can look smaller in a large showroom than beside your own coffee table.
I once loved a chair in a store, then realized my bag barely fit beside it at home.
Measurements matter. A local report also says the build-out finished faster than expected.
So the project moved ahead of schedule. That is a surprise I would welcome.
Right. Ahead of schedule means earlier than planned. The store was expected in the fall, but the work allowed an earlier date.
My projects are ahead of schedule only when I accidentally write the wrong deadline.
Risky method, correct phrase. The new tenant gives the shopping center a use for a large empty space.
I notice blank stores while carrying groceries to my car. A busy window makes the walk feel less deserted.
That's a real reaction. A new tenant can draw attention back to one part of a shopping center.
Also, furniture invites slow browsing. I can sit, compare tables, and imagine my own room.
Because the grand opening is scheduled for today, I would check the store page before making the drive.
Same. My sofa measurements should not arrive before the doors are ready.
Perfect. A practical new use, visible activity, and a clear opening date can draw people in.
If I go, I'm bringing measurements, a charged phone, and enough self-control to leave without a giant chair.
From room measurements, let us move to a choice that needs no tape measure: a donut.
Easier, but not safer. A glass display case can draw me in before I read every label.
I knew it would. Krispy Kreme and the Girl Scouts launched 3 cookie-inspired donuts on July 7th.
I would open the app first. Otherwise, one of each suddenly becomes responsible research.
Planning may help. They are available nationwide at participating shops, through the app, and on the website.
Start with the chocolate and mint choice. I need the official name.
Officially, it is the Thin Mints Donut. It has a glazed base, chocolate icing, cookie crumble, dark chocolate chips, and mint green icing.
I would pair that with plain coffee. The drink should stay calm while the donut does everything.
Sensible balance. Next comes the Lemon-Ups donut, an unglazed shell with lemon cream and lemon-flavored icing.
Lemon would be my afternoon choice. It sounds bright enough to wake me without another coffee.
The final official name is Coconut Caramel Donut. It has a glazed base, chocolate icing, coconut, and caramel.
Delicious, but dangerous for my work shirt. Coconut always finds the cleanest part.
That practical review is very you. A napkin may be part of the experience.
Definitely. I also know the flavors before the first bite, although the donut format is new.
That familiarity can draw people in. They recognize a cookie flavor, but experience it differently.
It lowers the risk in my head. I'm meeting a familiar flavor in a new outfit.
The collection comes as individual donuts or by the dozen for a limited time while supplies last.
That phrase adds a clock. I would check availability before making a special trip.
Exactly. It lasts only while stock remains and there is no confirmed end date.
So I would tell a friend, check soon, not you have until the end of summer.
Our last story replaces the donut box with a picnic basket. The Lakeside Shakespeare Festival is scheduled to return to Frankfort, Michigan.
I am picturing a folding chair, a small dinner, and my sweater sitting forgotten in the car.
Honest plan. The performances will be at Tank Hill, where visitors can bring chairs and picnics for the lawn.
Sitting on grass makes a famous play feel less formal, like everyone is sharing an evening.
The festival is scheduled from July 23rd through August 1st, with performances starting at 7 p.m.
That gives me time to finish work, pack food, and find a comfortable spot.
Exactly. There will be 8 performances across that period, not one every day.
I would check the calendar carefully instead of arriving on an empty night with 2 sandwiches.
The plays are A Midsummer Night's Dream and Macbeth, with 4 scheduled evenings for each.
I would choose the comedy first. Outside after sunset, I want mistaken identities before dark tragedy.
Fair choice. Someone else may find Macbeth especially powerful outdoors.
Wind in the trees during a tense scene could make the atmosphere feel close, even from a lawn chair.
Another feature that may draw people in is pay-what-you-can admission.
Friends with different budgets could make one plan without someone quietly dropping out.
That matters. Suggested amounts are $30 for adults and $10 for children, but visitors choose what they can pay.
A suggestion tells me what feels fair, while the flexible amount keeps the door open.
The article says community support and grants helped restore a 2-week, 2-play format.
Then support helps keep a local arts night available, not just one performance.
More funding is still needed, so we should not claim every financial need is solved.
Right. I'm drawn in by a picnic, a comedy, and a special evening that doesn't feel exclusive.
What makes you stop, look closer, and decide something is worth your time?
For me, it must feel specific. A useful store, a familiar flavor, or an evening I can afford.
That thread connects a former retail space, cookie-inspired donuts, and Shakespeare on an outdoor lawn.
None needs a wild promise. Clear details can make people curious.
Take today's phrase with you. To draw people in is to attract attention and make people want to enter, join, watch, or learn more.
A friendly menu can draw me into a cafe, and a clear invitation can draw me into a conversation.
We want to keep choosing stories you enjoy. So which one drew you in most? Option A is Bob's scheduled opening, option B is the 3 donuts, and option C is the 8-night Shakespeare Festival.
I choose C. The outdoor setting and pay-what-you-can admission make the arts feel welcoming.
I choose B. I can learn the names, order 1 donut, and call it listening practice with frosting.
That may be your most delicious study plan. At least you remembered the napkin.
Tell us A, B, or C in the comments. Any language is totally fine, and even just an emoji works. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Thank you for spending 10 minutes with us. We will see you tomorrow. Come back tomorrow with your phone charged, your napkin ready, and your calendar checked. Bye!